God bless you, Ronnie. Thank you for your prayers. If you're with me online, I want you to stay with us now because we're going to pray. And I want to tell somebody in here, I'm talking to three of y'all. I want to stay away from this, but sometimes you find yourself dealing with relationships that the world calls soul ties. You are attracted and involved with a person or been involved with them, and it becomes a soul tie. Somebody you always want to help, you always want to look out for, you always concerned about. And sometimes everybody here deals with some kind of soul tie. You don't have to admit it this morning, but you do. Say amen.
Amen.
And I want to help you because God took me in the Garden of Eden and showed me how we had a soul tie with Adam, because soul ties are spiritual. They call them soul ties, but it's somebody that's got into your spirit over a process of time. Are y'all walking with me? So I'm going to share with you what God told me he did with Adam, because some of us need to break some of these soul ties. Y'all understand that? Even though you made them right, you still have to break the soul tie, because when God broke the soul tie with Adam, he still used Adam to bring Seth, to bring Noah. So just because you break the soul tie does not mean that person's out of your life. It does not mean that their mission at your job is over, the church is over. Sometimes these people in your own home, in your own family, as a soul tie, but they got to the point where they don't honor you anymore. They don't reverence you anymore. And so you have to understand this is something that is spiritual, because I keep wanting to deal with it. I keep wanting to find out what's going on. And I keep wanting to know. So you have to go before God and say, why is this going on? Because it takes two people to have a relationship. And what God told me is this. Please hear this. I want you to catch this because we're going to bless you. You have to see them as spiritually dead.
That's right.
Wow.
Go ahead, sir.
Anybody watching me here? What happens with this is, God says, Adam, spiritually you are dead. Which means I'm not dealing with you. You still going to fulfill your purpose, but I'm just not dealing with you. Because right now, I have to break the tie. I'm helping somebody. I'm helping somebody. I was not going to say this, so I know I'm talking to somebody. I'm talking to three people. When you see a person that's dead, you got to treat them as spiritually dead. When you see them, you honor them. When you see them, you love them, you make them right. But when you don't see them, you have to treat them like they're dead.
That's true. That's true.
That's the only way you're not going to pick up the phone.
Oh, yes, Lord. Yes.
That's the only way you're not going to make excuses for picking up the phone.
Yes.
That's the only way you're not going to go on Facebook trying to find them. Y'all, listen, let's get real now. This gentleman love. Because you let me go see it on their page. Or have somebody else call them to say something for you. And the only way you're going to break that in your life, listen, you have experiences for a reason. The only way you're going to break that, you have to file them as spiritually dead to you. You still love them, they're still a part of your life, but spiritually they're no longer tied to you. So what you do is, you treat them, when you see them, you bless them. When you see them, you honor them. But when you don't see them, you don't try to reach them in no kind of way. You got to kill it, else it's going to drive you crazy. It's going to mess up where you're at, it's going to mess up your mind. You just get to the point where you say, you know what, I'm not reaching out that way no more.
Come on, sir. My Lord. That's true.
Shut up. It becomes a distraction for you.
Oh, yes.
I'm in somebody's business.
Come on now.
Because I know, and somebody needs to say, man, I didn't want to say this, because this after much prayer and dealing with God by my own personal life. And he took me to God and said I had to do this with Adam. And I put it in place so you could know how to deal with it. People don't have to leave your life to be spiritually dead. They don't have to die. You just got to know that's not a connection. I could work with you in the next cubicle. Some of y'all going through that right now. See, some of y'all got to go to work and see those people that are spiritually dead. That means that nothing they do shouldn't matter. You want thinking? I'm teaching so good, this should have been the message. You want thinking, but you can't respond. Why? Because you see them as dead. And when you're driving and that feeling come over you and you say, let me just call to see. No, you have to say, no, they're dead. And if I can't call my mama because she dead, I can't call them. They dead. talking about liberty? You talking about being liberated? Somebody say amen in here. You talking about trying to get free? You stop making an excuse about, oh, I just can't stop talking to them. Oh, I just can't help it. You can help it. Just see them as they're dead.
That's true. My Lord, my
And if they're dead, they can't talk to you. And Melinda, that must be your business. You make it too obvious, man. Don't make it that obvious. A lot of people are struggling with that. It liberates you. It really does. It puts everything in perspective.
That's true.
It puts everything in perspective.
Yes.
And if God so chooses that he's going to bring them back alive in your life, you'll know when to begin to honor you.
That's true. That's true.
Are we here? Are we here? Bringing them to life is not your job. That's God's job. And when he does, they'll come to you with a different attitude, with respect.
Yes, God.
That's true.
Yes, God.
Are we here? Somebody clap their hands and give God praise. If this was a good message, please clap your hands and give God praise. Amen. I'm glad I came to church. If you got that time of giving, please sit down so you can make your offering. If you're going to do cash